Welcome back. So I said when we come back, we're going to write our very first application right now. So what is the step like? What's the process like? You need to come to your HT docs folder and create a project folder. So I want to create a project folder here now. A project folder, and I'm going to call it my first web app. My first web app. That is the name of the project. You can name anything you want. Okay? There's no hard and fast rule on how to name your projects. So once you've done that, let's try the codes now. This is already a project. It's already an application. Let's check it out. If you come to the browser and open that project, remember how to open the project on the browser, localhost / what? My first web app, my first web app, and you hit enter key to open it for you. Well, there's nothing inside. Why? Because you've not written any file. And that brings us to the importance of index file. If there's no index file in this is the root folder. If there's no index file in your root folder, it will bring out a directory structure instead of your file, instead of your website or web application. There must be an index file. For your PHP, your index file should be called index.php. Now let's open that project folder in our Sublime text editor, which, by the way, has been our text editor for a while. I know there are other text editors apart from Sublime, but here we use Sublime. So you open folder and navigate to your C drive, open your exam folder, open your HT docs folder, and search for my first web app. That's it, and click on select folder. Okay. Now the folder is right here. Open your Sublime. Now let's create our first file. Right click on the project folder name and click on new file, and then save it. Ctrl S to save it, and type index.php, not HTML anymore. Index.php. Okay, and then click on save. Save. Now there's an index.php file in my project file, right? Nothing has been written so far, but for the simple fact there's now an index.php file. When you go back to your browser and open this website, you will not see your directory structure anymore. Let's refresh this and see. You see, because there's now an index.php file. So the first thing that your web server does when you type a URL is to look for the index file. Okay? If there's no index file, what will it do? It will display the directory structure in that root folder. If, however, there's an index file, it will now open the index file and try and interpret the contents. Remember what we said? Web servers interpret PHP code line by line. It doesn't compile it. It interprets it line by line and render it on the browser. Let's see if that is true. Let's type something. Don't just type anything. This is my first website, web application. Let's use the word web app to differentiate from websites. And now if you save this, if you save it and come back to your web browser to refresh, you see it there, displayed. This is just a simple text, nothing much. Okay, so your PHP can render your files. There's no formatting, just a simple text. If you decide to format it the way you are used to, let's see. Let's format it. Let's put H1 there. H1. and see if it's going to work. H1, right? Save it and see if it's going to take effect. Okay, it did take effect, right? However, this is not the best way to render your HTML tags in PHP. Okay, it's not the best way to render your HTML tags in PHP because there should be a way of differentiating between PHP codes and HTML codes, right? So you use the word echo, which I discussed that when we get to the next topic, which is PHP syntax. PHP syntax. So we'll be doing that in the very next session.